Well, here we are at the beautiful and natural Fojnica River. And those of you who know me know what I'm about to say, which is that one of those adjectives is incorrect. So, let's look at this river. We have a very beautiful river, very slow moving. It goes through the Bosnian Pyramid Complex in quite a slow, placid way. If you follow it this way, it goes up to Kiseljak. And if you follow it this way, it goes down, as you can see, and meets the Bosna River, which comes in over there, and they both go down together as the Bosna River. But this is the Fojnica here, and if you follow it south and then west past Zagorice, where I've done a couple of videos, one's called Finding the Pyramid of Remembering, one's called Finding the Pyramid of Solitude. This river runs through there, then it goes to Kiseljak, which is famous for its spring water. And let me tell you, this river is built. All the structures from here to Kiseljak are artificial. They are either clay and concrete and claystone, or clay and claystone, or concrete. The concrete begins after a little town called Buci, which is only about 3 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers south of here. Before that, it's clay and claystone, and then in the Bosnian Pyramid Complex itself, which is here, all around us, we have different structures built of different materials. The Pyramid of the Moon, which is up there, it's hard to see from here, is clay and claystone, artificial claystone that they baked and textured. And the Pyramid of the Sun is clay, concrete, and claystone. And in the clay there are different materials depending on the structure, and we have to analyze those and get those out to you. So I'm going to explore the riverbed today, and this is August 5th, 2015. This is Jacques Doubleday reporting for the Archaeological Park Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun Foundation, a Bosnian NGO nonprofit started by the discoverer of the Bosnian Pyramid Complex, Dr. Semir Osmanagic, who discovered the pyramids here in Visoko back in April of 2005. Okay. If this pyramid complex was in fact created and estimated, what they estimate is 34,000 years ago, or even more, if it was even more ancient, then we can say that the riverbed, if it also was built, and I believe it was, and we're going to find out for sure today, and I can guarantee you we're going to find out one way or the other, because I'm going to get in it. Then we can say that the riverbed is also 34,000 years, an estimated 34,000 years old, or as old as the pyramid complex is, however old that is. I mean, maybe it's 60,000 years old, maybe it's 80,000 years old, but we have some organic material that we've tested, and we have come to the conclusion that the Pyramid of the Sun is approximately 34,000 years old. What do we see here? This looks like claystone. We'll have to analyze it. This looks like claystone slabs, layered, or you could just say clay layered, but it's not soft clay. When they baked it, what they must have done was it was still soft to some degree so that it would stick to the next layer. So this layer was still soft and this layer was still soft, and then they stuck together because they were hardening together, but each layer was hardened in itself also. And you say, why would they build a riverbed? Well, since they built all these structures, there's Osiela Hill up there. They built that. We know that from Trek to Osiela Hill, O-S-I-J-E-L-A. And since we know that they built all the structures along this river, why wouldn't they also build the river? Maybe their whole intention in creating this pyramid complex was to, or the key to the pyramids as energy machines was the river, and they needed a river that was manageable, that wasn't going to be steep and flooding and rushing and roaring and taking boulders down and taking out their pyramids. They needed it to be placid, slow moving. It's a theory. Let's look at the angle of this, and we're going to see this angle over and over and over, because I've seen this before from a distance on the Bosnian River, where the angle is. It's hard to describe in words what this angle is because there's so many angles going on. But let's talk about the angle in relation to the flow of the water, which I think is the key. So they have. You would think if we today did this, we would build these probably straight on to the river, because you'd think that the river would get in, as the river flows down, it would get in these angles and perturb and get under and then just take out all this built material. But the ancients knew what they were doing. You can see that it's flat here for a while, right? Flat, flat, flat. If you look at the tops of these layers, and then suddenly it goes steeply down, boom, down, down, down. So this is like they channeled it. So the channel is suddenly down there. So it's pretty deep there. But you can tell that the river has different depths, because where we were before, the river was much more shallow than this, probably half as shallow as it is here in its deepest part. So right here, where it's thin, where it's narrow, they channeled it. Downstream where we were before, they didn't have to channel it. It's flat. It's all flat all across. There's a fisherman fishing along the stream that he undoubtedly believes is a natural stream. Why wouldn't you? At the same inclined slope, we have these baked stones. And I'm just going to get a photo. That's my first photo today, but you know, these are baked stones. I've never seen these before. I've been here for over a year. I didn't see these because I didn't come down to this particular location. I've never been here before, let me reiterate. This is not staged exploration. I'm stepping on layered clay that the ancients put here to create a river. They said we're going to create a river because we don't want to create pyramids that then get perturbed by a river, the natural river. We're going to create a river that is slow moving. This is my speculation, that we have controlled the course of, and maybe they have put the river over some energy lines as part of as an integral part of the energy grid that exists on the planet. And look at this. Wow, this is incredible. This is really amazing. This shows the built structure, wow, all the way up of this hill. You can see the clay layers, and they get steeper and steeper, it looks like. Well, it's hard to tell if the angle gets steeper. It might just be an illusion. It might just be a feeling of steepness because we have a lot exposed here, so we can see a lot. Much reminiscent of the KTK tunnel exploration, where we saw that KTK is a tunnel that was left as an empty space in a built hill. It wasn't dug out of a hill. It was just an empty space that was left after the ancients created a clay hill. So who's going to spend energy to create an entire hill and then leave a tunnel in it? The ancients. And that's just one hill. I don't know. Let's see if that works. So far, everything I've looked at in the Bosnian Pyramid Complex is built. Built, built, built. All built. Terraformed, you could say, but really it's built. It's not like they came in and changed the shape of something, modified the shape of a hill. They built hills. They built pyramids. Where'd they get all the clay? I don't know. Puno riba. Puno riba. Da. Dobro. Dobro. Fantastično. All those layers, and then we see the hill itself has the clay layers inclined down.